Hello, listeners. My name is Kayla with Radio K here at South by Southwest. Right now, I'm here with.
Bailey from Bathe Alone.
I'm Damon from Bathe Alone.
Thank you guys so much for meeting with me. How are you guys feeling at South by so far?
Oh my god, it's so fun. It's really sweaty for us. I'm sure it is for everyone.
And you guys just performed. How was that?
That was our best one yet. This is it was Shiners.
Yeah.
This was so fun.
Like best ever or best South by performance?
I don't know, maybe it's tied with our best ever. It just felt really good. I feel like we're getting better and better every time.
That's great. I'm happy to hear about that. So this isn't your first time though performing at South by, right? Or it is?
It's not his first time. It's my first time.
So how's it been?
I feel like I'm just leaning on Damon's wisdom. Really. He's like, let's go here and here and here. Let's eat tacos here, and he's just got like the best agenda, and it's just like we're just having fun time, like being sweaty and having a party with the band, and yeah.
How does it feel to return back?
Sorry, say it again?
How does it feel to return back to South by?
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I love Austin. So, yeah, it's one of my favorite places. And, yeah, all the tacos. And, yeah, the shows are great. The wind was really nice up there. Yeah, it's hot.
Oh yeah.
The wind just turned to freezing now. It's now feeling like Minnesota weather. Like,
Really?
yeah. But it's kind of nice after how hot it's been for the past couple of days.
I was our last song at the set we just did. I was like close to the edge of the rooftop, and my clothes were like flailing in the wind, and I was like, yes.
I feel like a
This is,
bird.
the end of a movie. It felt like.
Oh, that's awesome. So to start out, I want to ask you guys a question about the slogan that Austin uses. Austin uses the slogan, "Keep Austin Weird." What is the weirdest thing you've seen thus far at South by?
Ooh.
Or even for you, like ever, because you've been here multiple times.
Oh, gosh. I guess, like, yeah, there's just a lot of, like, very scantily clad people walking around, probably when they shouldn't be.
We've seen the same guy,
Yeah.
like, we've seen his junk on multiple streets, like different days. We're like, oh, that is the same guy.
That's really funny because we have also seen that, and twice and within 24 hours. Not the same person, but the same thing you're describing. I wonder if it's the same person.
He's having a great time.
Yeah, ours, I don't know if it's having a good time, but anyways. So now to get into more about your music, you have 2 EPs out called Fall with the Lights Down, one Louise, one Velma. Can you tell me a little bit more about the story behind these projects?
The story behind the projects?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, those ones, oh man, I feel like really connected to my grandparents, and they were based in Chattanooga, and I never met my grandma's mom or my granddad's mom, but both of them are on the cover of the EPs, my great grandma's. It's like an old Polaroid from the 70s, and I just feel like a sense of nostalgia when I look at them, and I was kind of just I wasn't even thinking about it at the time, but I was just writing all these songs of just childhood memories, and I just felt like it was right to put like a really nostalgic looking kind of epic photo to like encapsulate these childhood memory songs.
Do you have anything to say about the music?
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like all those, the whole collection of songs kind of feels like one thing, So, but it made sense to split it up because we had these two epic photos of these really angry grandmas, So it made sense to kind of like split it up into Velma and Louise. Yeah, just worked a long time on that record, and yeah, it's out, so it's great. Looking forward to the next one.
Are those the names of your great-grandmothers?
Yeah, Velma is the really angry one, and then the Louise is the one that's like looking off in the distance with a picnic basket. It's so weird. Like, I've never met them, but like my mom has all these recipes from them, and it's like, here's Velma's caramel cake, and it's like, I don't know. I just feel connected to them even though I've never met them.
Yeah, and speaking about that album, I watched your Decades in Dreams music video, and where you like become your grandmothers, and you have a friend that becomes the other grandmother. Is that correct? How was that process like, or how fun was that to collaborate on?
So there's a song, yeah, Decades and Dreams, separately from the grandma idea. I wrote that song about me and my best friend going to see a beach house concert and just, you know, we drove like 7 hours to Louisville and got tattoos on the way back and just made like a big trip of it. And I wrote that song about just driving on a road trip and having a good time with your best friend. And then separately from that, I was looking at these two photos and I was like, it looks like they're obviously on the same boat. And what if we just take that and pretend like they're having a good time? And so me and my friend Jasmine, I've known her since we were both 14. We were in high school together. We just, what do you call that? Like cosplayed the grandmas and just like we made a story out of it. But I don't even know how that went full circle like that so easily.
I bet that whole thing was a lot of fun. The video looked like just like a really big fun time, just to do it with your friends and also to just like create a story like that with each other.
Yeah. It was directed by our good friend Nick Huey. He killed it. He is so good.
It was really well directed, I would agree. Now to move on to another music video for Blame Me. This one also looked like more of a collaborative project with your friends. How is the aspect of collaboration meaningful to your music creation?
How's what?
How is this aspect of collaboration with like friends of yours or even just well-known other music artists important to your career?
I feel like there's little things that my friends say just throughout hanging around, and I end up putting them in songs sometimes without like them realizing. Like there's a song coming up called You Can't Make This Shit Up from like another record, and it's like just completely inspired by like something like Sid said in our band. And I mean, yeah, and Feel a Little More, we play that live just now. That's also just like, I don't know, I'm just writing about my life, and my friends are such a big part of my life, so.
Oh, great, yeah, that's awesome. And then I also want to talk about just what a lot of your songs kind of talk about. I know that they kind of touch into like childhood memories, but then also mental health. Can you talk more about that?
I'm sorry?
That your songs' themes center around a lot of like childhood memories and mental health. Can you describe just like why you chose to write stuff about that, or like what it means to you?
Okay, so I feel like, well, back in like the old days, like Last Looks, that record, I was brand new to singing, and that was like the last thing I felt comfortable doing with my music, because I was doing just instrumentals, just guitar, bass, and drumming was like my passion, and it was kind of like taiko-y sounding, and all that's locked away in a box somewhere. But singing, I just didn't know what to sing about. Like, that's something that you have to practice, and practice feeling comfortable, and it does not come naturally, at least at first. So the things I felt like came out were just about mental health and anxiety, and just like the struggle I was going through at the time. So that whole Last Looks record is about mental health, and I don't know if I wasn't trying to like cater it towards that. That's just what came out.
Mm-hmm. And then speaking of comparing your older stuff to your newer stuff, you have an album coming out called I Don't Do Humidity that comes out on June 7th, right?
Yes.
How is this album different from what you've guys done before?
Ooh. You talk about this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think just like sonically, because like that's like the side of it that I'm on a lot more. Yeah, we got really experimental and expansive with the sounds. A lot of the songs on this record we started working on like probably 2 years ago, and then some of them were like really recent. So sometimes like records can feel sort of like a moment in time, and this feels like more of like a time period. And I think some of the earlier stuff we got through really quick. So yeah, to me, I think like Last Looks feels like very much like the beginning, and Fall with the Lights Down felt like also like a pretty short period of time. and this new one just feels like something that is like a lot has happened that you could talk about on this record. That yeah, it's just been a whole, like, lives have changed and everything. You know, it's a big difference.
Do you believe in Saturn return?
What is that?
It's, oh God, it's like, and
Something to do with astrology. My friend is obsessed with it, so I want to hear about it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna butcher this. I wish Sid was here so bad. Is she outside? Well, basically, wherever Saturn is when you're born, it takes like
Around 28 years.
28 years for it to get back to the same place, and around then you're supposed to have like some, what is it? What happens? Like,
It's just like a big shift in your life, like every, you know, around every 28 to 30 years, which feels like your big mile markers in life, you know. A
And-
lot happens.
yeah.
A lot changes.
so like when we were writing this record, I got divorced when I was 28, just like right around that time, and I had my grandma and grandfather died, and I just had all these things that were like really intense, like happening one after another. And Sid was like, "Damn, Bailey, your Saturn return is kicking your ass." So, but that's why it just feels like this whole record is like all those. I can't even fit all of that stuff in this record, but it's really intensely packed of just all that stuff.
I'm really excited to hear it. Again, comes out June 7th. And then this is the last question I'm going to ask you guys. So I want you guys to think of 3 things that you've been enjoying lately. It can be music related, doesn't have to be, but just anything that you've been enjoying lately.
Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Oh, I had one. It's gone. Wait. Oh my God. I'm trying to get into city pop.
Anyone in particular that you've been enjoying?
Miyoko Yamaguchi. God, there's like a song called Bewitched.
Right.
I play that all the
I'm
time.
not going to come up with it, but I know yeah.
Dang, put it in the description of your video.
True, yeah.
Oh my God, but that's my jam. Play that at my funeral. I'm obsessed with like this whole new like genre that, I mean, it's been there the whole time, but I'm just like, I'm sifting through it right now. Scooters.
Scooters, yeah.
I recently rode a scooter in Austin. My very first like city scooter. I need to go through my bank statements and see how much I have spent because I've been also taking joyrides.
Those things are pretty fun, especially in like a city you're not normally in. You're just like going around for fun.
Yeah. Oh my God. I need to stop.
They're expensive though. Like if you're on it for too long and you kind of lose track of time.
Yeah. What's something you're obsessed with?
Yeah, the scooters. Gosh, yeah, I mean, just everything at South by is fun. Just like driving, because I'm usually the driver. Yeah, just being here and playing, you know, trying to just like be present and grounded in the week and enjoy South by.
Well, awesome. Any last words?
What's that thing you said?
Oh, yeah. Get the spirit moving and that will follow.
Period. Let's leave it at that. This has been Radio K live at South by Southwest with
Bathe Alone.
Bathe Alone. Thank you guys.
Thank you.